everybody. So today is the day you've been waiting for. This is when we get our messages back from the questions you asked of the spirit guides. This is Creative Visions TV, and I'm your host, Karen Dahlman. And welcome, Rodney.
Hi.
What are you doing wearing a top hat?
I'm not wearing a hat.
What's that thing on your head?
I don't know. I don't like hats.
Well, I'm glad you wore it. I'll tell you why. We're going to use this top hat, you guys, and we're going to put the questions in there. And I have the questions right here. So what I want to say is that we had a wonderful outpouring of questions from many different sources, from the YouTube channel, from the website, also from email. And thank you guys so much for participating. It makes it fun for us too. So I'm going to take all these questions, dump them in the hat. All on there? Okay. And for example, I'll show you. They look like this. They're all just folded up. And that brings up a point. Of course, I compiled all the questions, so I've read them. And I want to be fair to everybody and just cut them into strips, fold them up, put them in here. So we're not going to be picking any favorites or anything we think the guides want to hear or what they're going to answer, because they will answer everybody. Whatever question comes up, they'll have an answer or something for you to think about further. But the point is, I know what they are, but Rodney, you haven't seen these questions at all.
No, I did. They were already folded and cut and folded when I got here. But I have frankly prefer it that way. I rather not know. It's more exciting for me. It's like reading the transcription.
Yeah.
It's like it's all brand new, and so it's kind of more exciting for me to do it that way than to know the questions ahead of time. Even though I'm curious what you think in terms of me having seen the questions, you having seen the questions, and then the connection with the spirits.
Right.
Do you think it makes the connection with the spirit more profound?
Well, I think that whatever the message is going to be, we're going to take it to where we need it, on what level we need to hear it. And so the profundity will come in its own way, in its own specific way to each person. But because you haven't read them and I have, does that matter? No. And in fact, I almost wished I had somebody else doing this for me and I didn't get to read them either. Because to me, when we do this work, I really feel like it's an external source that definitely we're connected to, because we build the energy to connect with it.
Sure.
So they use the filters of our mind and our belief system and our thoughts and the way we think about the universe. And they use our words sometimes, and sometimes words we don't know. But I think it's really them coming through in their own way that's unique to them. So I feel like it's something external.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say about that, your experience with this?
No, actually, I'm anxious to get started. I really want to see what the questions are. I want to see what they have to say.
Yeah.
And I'm ready.
Okay, great. So one thing, we'll put this hat over here and we'll start drawing the questions. One thing I do want to say to everybody is, if you want to see how we set up for a session, and also another session we've done where we walk you through it and we give dialogue during it, commentary to explain what's happening, is see our 2 sessions that Rodney and I did together on this playlist, Creative Visions TV, Beyond the Board. And it's part 1 and part 2 of learning to channel with a Ouija board. But for today's purposes, what we are going to do is I just want to walk you through real quickly what exercises we do before we start, and then we'll begin. What would you want to say?
I was going to say, can I say that I went back and watched those 2 things?
Okay.
And I learned things and I saw things that I didn't remember that were there.
Oh, you mean when you heard the messages again, what they gave us?
Exactly.
Oh, me too. I hope you all did go listen to the messages again. And today, when you watch this show, and you're hearing your messages get called out, which I am excited for you to hear them. Hear it a few times. Hear it a few times and see how it sits with you. The guides are really good at bringing messages to us, as we've talked about in our earlier shows, on many levels. It's like multi-level, multifaceted messages that you'll, like you just said, that you'll get out of the message each time you hear them. So use this as one of your resources for, the questions you asked. And again, the messages, if it's not your question doesn't get asked, don't feel badly, because you're going to find a jewel in these messages that other people have asked. Because we all are human, we tend to want to know very similar things, sometimes more specific, but we can all grow from these messages. So I'm going to say I have a crystal here. I wanted to bring a crystal today. It was calling to me from my altar. I have my digital recorder, which I will start up in just a second here. And also, we're going to start with the breathing exercise that we always use. It really allows us to ground and then to get into the right frame of space, frame of mind, frame of heart, which is breathing through our heart. Again, watch those other videos. We explain it in detail. Then we're going to do a circuitry exercise, and I'll be stating a prayer, raising the vibration and setting our intentions for today, which is all about you to get your messages. And then we'll start. And now the guides always start with an opening statement. So today will be no different. And then we'll go right into messages. And they're here, and they're saying, we understand that you have a lot of questions to ask, and they do want you to be open to any messages that do come through, but also to take what you want and not take what you don't want. It's really about your own free will and power of choice. So, shall we get started?
Let's go.
Okay. So, I'm going to record right now the session. I always like to give the date, the time, the date of the recording. You're going to watch this a few days later. And what this recording's about. Today is May 9th, 2017. It's Karen, Rodney, and also all the YouTube subscribers and people that are going to watch this video here today. And it is about 4 o'clock p.m. And we shall begin. Okay, breathing. God, Goddess, Universe, Spirit, all our guides and all our relations, and all those beings who have our best interest at heart, we welcome you here today as we seek universal truth, knowledge, wisdom, inspiration, and guidance. We also seek the friendship of those who have our best interest at heart, who love us so unconditionally, and those who care so much about us. We are surrounded in white light. We are surrounded in the protective light of love, of joy, of gratitude, of abundance. And we bring this energy into the session. Everybody that's watching this, whether it's now, later, or in the future, you're still protected and held within this light of this session, of the guides, of the spirits that come through. And we always say thank you in advance because we so appreciate the guidance, our friendship, and how we work together, and especially this communication today as we seek the messages for the questions that were asked. And so with that, we say thank you, and we may begin. Thank you. I'm going to have a quick drink of my tea. Should we do a little toast? Cheers to you guys. Okay, and we shall begin. They always start with an opening statement, so we always start there. F R O M T H E B E G I N N I N G U N T I L T H E E N E D, thank you, L I S T E N F E E L S E E H O W T H I S M A Y B E O F U S E T O Y O U A L L Q U E S T I O N S A R E U N I Q U E A S W E L L A S U N I V E R S A L T H O S E A S K E D W I T H P U R P O S E A N D T H O S E A S K sorry E D W I T H T H E I D E A T H A T W E M I G H T B E P R O V E N T O B E L E S S T H A N W E A R E O F T E N B E L I E V E D T O B E A L L Q U E S T I O N S W I L L S E R V E A P U R P O S E B E L I K E A B O A T A D R I F T O N T H E O C E A N A N D S S U S P E N D E E X P E C T A T I O N S A L W A Y S One thing I want to say before I read this back is they just did an acronym. We talked about this before. When they stopped in a letter, and I repeated it, you heard me say 2 or 3 times, that's an acronym. And I've learned that over the years of doing this. And so they did an acronym. I don't know what that acronym is yet, but we will read through the message now. So this is their opening statement to everybody here that's watching this. From the beginning until the end, listen, feel, see how this may be of use to you. All questions are unique as well as universal. Those asked with purpose and those asked with the idea that we might be proven to be less than. We are often believed to be all. Questions will serve a purpose. Be like a boat adrift on the ocean and suspend expectations always. The acronym is S.E.A. See? Like an ocean? Suspend expectations always. That's interesting. So they're saying, and I understand where this is coming from. Always be skeptical. So this is coming from a space of some people really just want to have questions, answers, and some are just trying to see, could this be real or not? It's all okay. As you can see, that doesn't matter to them. They just hope that they can help you to suspend expectations always. S.E.A. Regarding, you think this is the answer you want to hear? Suspend that. It doesn't work? Suspend that. Oh, it does work? Suspend that. Right?
Right.
You want anything else to that, Ouija Whisperer?
It's interesting because we've gotten messages before that questions people have asked that weren't live.
Right.
And
we have clients that come to us for this.
And we've been hesitant to give them the message because it seemed hurtful.
Well, direct.
Direct, okay.
And not hurtful. They're never painful. But when you say that,
I think you're right. Direct is a better.
Okay, because sometimes they're not going to pussyfoot around. I mean, if they feel like, they might say something like, have you thought about being less judgmental of people? Maybe it's a good thing that this didn't happen for you. Maybe you were going in not a good direction, which people don't want to hear that sometimes because we often spike. We often spike these questions with what we really want to hear, as opposed to what you really need to hear from spirit or from the universe.
Spike in spirit, I like that.
Well, maybe that's them talking.
Like spiking the punch.
Yeah, that's where that came from. And it's funny, when I said that, I saw a picture of the punch and we're spiking it. But that's true. I think that's what we do. We spike our life with our expectations. So I love this acronym. First time they used it.
No, I've never seen it before.
Suspend expectations always. See, because they said, these questions will serve purpose, but be like a boat and drift on the ocean. So you're not trying to go anywhere. You're just drifting. It's a lazy day, and you're in your boat, and you're just drifting. And suspend expectations always. What a lovely way to start. Okay. So, what do you say? I picked the first one?
You picked the first one?
Yeah.
We'll take turns?
We'll take turns.
Okay, we'll take turns.
Okay, so let's mix it up. I'll mix it up a little bit. There. All right, there. Okay. First question, guys. Here we go. Okay. This is for Shane. Okay, I'm going to write on my paper. I'm writing down your name too. Okay. So Shane, his question is this: if people are praying to God or requesting help from a god or goddess entity based on their faith or belief, are they actually making contact with the source itself, capital S? Or is it their connection kind of like a relay telephone game with different entities to get the information they need? Interesting question. All right. I don't have to repeat it. They're totally listening to us. In fact, they knew the questions before they went in the hat. Okay, here we go. W E W O U L D Y O U R I N T E N T I O N S T O S. Okay. This should be interesting. So Shane, this is for you.
That's long.
You get a long message. We would wish to know what he thinks, not because we lack that knowledge, but rather for the benefit of the entire group. Many of you have already answered this query for yourself and based it on your belief. We want you to see, they use the word see, S-E-A, set expectations aside. They put it in here. We want you to see, which could also represent S-E-E.
Right.
Okay. We want you to see, at least for now, we want to tell you that you are all correct. You control that which you believe. Now, to answer the question more personally, you may speak with Source. There's Source right there. You may speak with Source any way that works for you. The message always in the lap of Source. Speak directly. Speak to Mary, speak to Jesus. Wow. But speak for nothing is quite as powerful as speaking your intentions to Source. Whoa. I got major chills.
So speak to Mary, speak to Jesus, but speak.
Yeah, but speak. That's it. Thank you. Period there.
Yeah.
For nothing is quite as powerful. See, my Ouija whisperer. For nothing is quite as powerful as speaking your intentions to Source. Whoa. I'm going to read this one more time. I like this, the lap of Source. That's an interesting analogy.
It sounded like there was a word missing.
Okay, so it says the message always in the lap of Source. Speak directly. See, in the lap of Source, speak directly. I like that image. Okay, here we go. Let's read this again. Shane, this is for you. We would wish to know what he thinks, not because we lack that knowledge, but rather for the benefit of the entire group. Many of you have already answered this query for yourself and based it on your belief. We want you to see, at least for now, we want to tell you that you are all correct. You control that which you believe. Now, to answer the question more personally, you may speak with Source any way that works for you. The message always in the lap of Source. Speak directly. Speak to Mary, speak to Jesus, but speak, for nothing is quite as powerful as speaking your intentions to Source. Okay. Wow.
So the message there is, doesn't matter how you do it, do it.
Right. No matter what you call it, anything you name it, this is what they're saying. It doesn't matter what name you give it or what hierarchy of gods that have been given to a certain culture or belief system or religion or theosophy. They're saying whatever you call them, it's still the same. It's whatever works for you. So if it works to go through the pantheon of the Greek gods, then go through that, or the Hindu gods, or the Native American spirituality tradition. That doesn't matter. That just becomes your gateway into these other realms to reach the divine message, to reach the divine being, to reach basically God, Source. And I love the fact they threw the Judeo-Christianity, the religion in here of using Mary and Jesus. They're speaking to those, most people are probably watching this, probably follow more of that type of tradition, or at least taught that. So that's why they use that, because they would use Buddha or somebody else if they felt that was more important here. But they're saying you can speak to and call it anything you want, and you can have your hierarchy, but you could just go directly on the lap of Source. You could speak directly to the lap of Source. And the most powerful thing here, and this is what gives me chills, is speaking your intentions to Source. Have that direct relationship. Wow. Wow.
However, they're gonna end up there. They're
Yes.
gonna end up in his lap, or you're gonna end up in his lap.
Right. You may just go through a few different guides to get there, but I truly believe that we're talking to here is a collective group of beings that have been born, but they're an extension, as we all are. They're an extension of Source energy. I feel like we are talking to an aspect of Source, as I feel that my own traditions tell me that we're all aspects of Source.
There are some times when we're doing this that you would swear you're speaking to God himself.
Well, yeah, and I feel that, and it moves us quite emotionally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, that's a great one. So now, I'm going to have a drink here. Whew, cheers to that one. Good one, Shane. That really helps everybody.
I hope that helps Shane.
Helps everybody, which is really cool. Okay, your turn. You get to pick.
Okay.
Look away, look away. Just kidding. He can't see.
I can see through.
Oh, X-ray vision.
That's right.
Woo! That's the sixth sense coming through.
Oh, it's a long one, or seemingly.
Who's it from?
Journey to a Better Life.
Can we write that down? And then we'll start with it. Journey to a Better Life. Oh, I love that name. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, some of these, I get emotional, so let's.
That's okay. Tell them. Explain that to them. Or do you want me to explain it?
Yeah, I'd rather
Okay,
not.
okay. So one of the things that people do when they're very empathic and really good at communicating with all that is, the beyond, whether it's your deceased loved ones, just if you're a empathic person, Rodney is one of those people, and I am too, and many of you out there actually watching this are, because you write to me, and I know you are. You will feel emotion. The emotion is the gateway into to travel into the dimensions. And so, Rodney, you tend to express it more openly. I get more signals through my body. I'll feel it. I'll get a little emotional.
Yeah, I have no control over it.
Right, and that's a beautiful thing. And I always say, don't control it, because you control it, then you're like shutting down source coming through. You're shutting down all those spirits and abilities to tap into these higher realms of energy. So,
usually I'm very manly.
Good one. All right. Let's read Journey to a Better Life, the question.
Journey to a Better Life. I'd like to know how to open my heart and feel love for everyone / myself again. XO. Kiss and hug, right? You know what that means?
Yes.
Right now, I feel like my heart went on vacation and I no longer feel. I guess I just want to know if it will ever return or whether I need to get used to the new normal and not feeling anything.
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. I think there's quite often, here, I'll take that for you. We'll put them back in the bag. Quite often, put them away. We get in places of our life where we just do shut down because things are changing in us and shifting so rapidly we can't keep up, so we just kind of shut down. All right, so that's a normal process, but let's see what we can do. Let's see what they have to say about that. It's a great question. I can relate to this. Many people can relate to this at times. So here we go. Journey to a Better Life. T-H-E-A B-I-L-I-T-Y-T-O
Whoa, time out.
Whoa, what? You guys, you're not gonna believe what just happened. So we recorded basically 2 hours and 10 minutes of the session with us, and we ended up with only 40 minutes.
40 minutes?
Yeah. Unfortunately, our recorder, which was stupid QuickTime, okay, I didn't say stupid, but it stopped working. So what's going to happen now is you're going to be seeing, or excuse me, you are going to be seeing some images. I'll be throwing images up there for your viewing pleasure, but you will receive still the messages because guess what? I record everything. So you're going to have this. It's not going to be high quality, but you're going to have all the audio on here. And I'm going to cut through the part where I'm going A, B, Q, D, speed through that. And we're going to get to the person who asked the question and then the answer. You know?
They did say that creativity was definitely an aspect of source. So you're going to have to be creative right now.
Yay, which I love creativity. So here we go. We're going to deal with it and go ahead and let's let you continue listening and enjoying receiving the message. Here we go. A M A Z I N G J O U R N E Y.
My shoulders are tired.
Wow. Okay. So
You asked a long question.
well,
No, I'm just
it was a
being
big question.
facetious.
Okay. So this is for Journey to a Better Life. So So bear with me as I go through this. The ability to speak directly to you would again benefit the group greatly. Interaction is a human tool done with words that evoke feelings and move the process in a positive direction. We are intrigued by the vibration of the name you have chosen to introduce your question. Oh, Journey to a Better Life.
Journey to a Better Life.
You already understand that this is a journey. All roads chosen are chosen for a purpose. Vibration never lies. Only do you lie to yourself, not with malicious intent, but rather so you may explore the darkness for a while. You know who you are, and you know love and unreserved joy, and at a time of your choosing will rise again to this level. It will be then that the purpose of your self-imposed exile will be known. It will be the time that experience will blossom. And you and this doldrum will be the angel someone will need so desperately. And you will save a life, whether you know it or not. Embrace this time, but let it go when the time comes. Amazing journey. Whoa, that hits me, and I can tell it hits Rodney. Why does that hit you so much? It's okay.
That we would actually choose to, without even knowing,
we would choose to go into
step in the darkness so that we can learn, because someone else is going to need our help.
Yes, you'll be the angel someone will need so desperately, and you will save a life, whether you know it or not. Wow. Oh my gosh. So you guys, this is really important. We go through things in life, and as they said, you're choosing this exile. Whether you're conscious or not of it, but it's helping you in great ways. That's going to allow you to be that amazing person. They say that your vibration that says you are. You know who you are. You are love, and you express so much joy in the world. I don't even know who you are, but let me just say this: that's a powerful message that came through. You are a healer, and they're saying that we all should take this message into heart, because something that we go through and we're willing to be open and share with another, we never know when that other person will be touched. And in this case, you're going to save a life. It's as I said, a very amazing journey. I thank you for asking that question. I think we all benefit.
Well, it's
as usual. We all benefit as usual.
Even to postulate that question is brave.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Right, to admit that you're kind of at this
doldrum, and in a down place. There's a lot of questions that came in like this.
And the vibration never lies is a theme. It's a thing we've seen many times.
It's a lesson they teach.
Yeah, vibration never lies. So that they see the vibration of who you are, whether you were there or not.
Whether you're aware of that, because like you said, you thought that love had left you, and they're saying no, it's deep within you, and you know this. And the only person that lies to ourselves is ourselves. The only person that lies to ourselves is ourselves. They said that.
But they didn't say it was a bad thing.
It's not with malicious intentions.
Well, that's what it was.
It's just what humans do. What was our acronym again? C?
C. Suspend
expectations
always.
So suspend expectations always, even when you're in this darkest moment. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. We could talk about this all day long, but it's my turn to pick another one.
Your turn.
Yep. Okay. Here we go.
Why did I know I was going to get emotional just reading it?
Because he does often. Well, these are touching messages. Again, these are universal. Okay. This is from Spiritual Linc. Spiritual Linc.
Linc?
Linc. Isn't that name? Isn't that cool?
That's how you write it.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, you ready? Are there universal laws, for example, the law of attraction, and is there any advice they can give us around these laws? Great question. All right. L. Okay. So here we go. This is for spiritual link. Built directly into the soul of a person, some will say, there or within your DNA, DNAs? Is that DNAs?
No, DNA. Source has.
Okay, got it. Thank you. All right.
Whenever it doesn't fit, I put source.
And then there's an S there floating.
Yeah.
There's an S floating, so it was either plural or the next word, and we're not sure, and he got it. So I'm going to toast one up a little bit, I think, because it's like that. So I'll read it to you twice. All right. Has put many parts of himself. Humanity is not inherently evil. It's not inherently evil. This learned love is universal.
There's got to be a word.
You think there's a word missing there?
Yeah.
We're going to ask for clarification. Is there a word missing? I'll circle right there. Is there a word or words missing? And if so, what would those words be? No. T H I S I S. No. Evil. This is learned. Okay. This is goes right. It goes here. Not inherently evil. This is right here. See?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm going to read it again. Let me just start from the beginning right now. Built directly into the soul of a person, some will say, there or within your DNA, source has put many parts of himself. Humanity is not inherently evil. This is learned. Love is universal, not taught.
So love is universal, it's not taught.
Not taught.
Where evil is taught.
Yeah, evil is taught. Yeah. Evil, inherently evil. This is learned. Love is universal, not taught. Every society since the start of humanity has an inversion, has a version.
A version.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Has a version of your golden rule. This is universal. To speak your intentions into your reality. This is universal. To create is a direct reflection of source. And this is universal. We will stop there. However, that thing that love founded are usually universal. That thing that love founded. Just is a word missing, you think? Or is that just weird English? That love founded.
Yeah, that anything, that thing that love found, if that...
Founded, it says.
Yeah,
past tense, okay, so love has been founded a long time ago.
Yeah. If it was found on love...
Are usually universal. Okay, so let's just say, are we missing something here? Did we get everything you wanted to say about that? And then I'm going to read it to you again, so don't worry, I won't butcher it next time. A, L, L. Okay, all's there. Let me try it again. Spiritual link. Built directly into the soul of a person, some will say, there or within your DNA, source has put many parts of
So some people are saying it's in your soul, some people are saying it's in your DNA.
Yeah, you can go look at science or religion.
Oh.
Church or state.
Good.
Okay, here we go.
Good.
Has put many parts of himself. Humanity is not inherently evil. This is learned. Love is universal, not taught. So you don't teach love. Love is automatic. Every society since the start of humanity has a version of your golden rule, which you asked about the law of attraction. So it's been existing forever. This is universal to speak to your intentions into your reality.
So this is universal, period.
This is universal, period. To speak your intentions into your reality, this is universal. To create is a direct reflection of source, and this is universal. We will stop there. However, that thing that love founded are usually universal. So when you come from a place of evil or fear or lack or loss, or just not believing in yourself, that you might as well call that evil, I guess. But that doesn't have to be. That's been taught to us. The truth is everything has been founded in love. And that, when you work in love, which is the law of attraction, working the law of attraction in love and not from a place of evil or fear or doubt, you're going to be finding yourself within that universal law.
We did a whole thing. They did a whole thing on doubt, that you're taught doubt.
Do others understand, believe this? It's an acronym.
An acronym.
Do others understand, believe that? That's doubt. So what they're saying here is that, you look, the law of attraction is real. It's the golden rule. Any golden rule that fits to people universally is truth and wisdom. And that applies to all humanity. And when you hear something that's negative, less than, evil, that's fake. That's farce. That's a farcity. They're saying that is learned. That wasn't part of the DNA plan, yet you will find that we often have to find the darkness, as we heard in one of the other messages, to really understand what it is, the contrast of what it is that we truly want and what we're becoming, so we can help other people evolve and learn as well.
Yeah, that's kind of the second time they've said that, to speak your intention into your reality.
That's what you need to do. And then to create is a direct reflection of Source. So every time you can work with Source in this atmosphere of love, whether you're thinking it, whether you're creating it, whether you're expressing it, whether you're being it, that's when this law, this golden rule that all of humanity has ever experienced is found. So that's food for thought. Think about that one. That's really fascinating. Interesting way of talking about the law of attraction.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Pick up the hat.
All right.
Here we go.
Go. Get a good one. They're all good, you
They're
guys.
all good. There's so many.
I know. There's so
I'm
many in
getting
there.
lost in there. Okay. Good luck.
Is it one? You got one? Okay, here we go.
Good luck.
It's for you.
I get another long one.
They're all good.
Doron Elias.
Oh, Doron Elias. Hey there. I know Doron.
Oh, you know Doron?
Doran's been at one of our sessions before. We did with Patrick Cow and the Big Seance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi. Almost on a daily basis, I receive messages in the form of numbers. I see these numbers. I recognize they are messages. I give thanks and gratitude for these messages, but I am always unsure of how to interpret them. I feel I am stuck in this holding pattern of receiving messages, yet unable to take the next step after that in terms of deciphering the messages and putting them into practice. I was wondering if the guides had any advice for me. P.S. I still see crows daily.
Doran sees a lot of crows, and I know that's one of his little spirit animals. You want to throw that back here in the sack? Oop. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what they have for you, Doran. This is great. A lot of people get numbers 444, 1111, and there's definitely a significant meaning to it. And I think it's really dependent on the person. But let's see what the guides have to say. T H E M E S S A G E. Oh, here comes the sun. Okay, what does the sun want to tell you? S T E P I N T O Y O U R P U R P O S E F E A R L E S S L Y. Whoa. Okay. So basically what happened there is you got a message from what I would call the moon to start. By the way, all these messages today have come from the moon, which is just an aspect of this collective.
And where most of the messages generally. Yeah,
she's very verbose and poetic, and just works well, I guess. Then the sun came through. The sun is I always consider it a masculine, although it's not gender related at all. But the sun came through, and this energy is very direct, but it's all part of the same collective. So the sun comes through and tends to say something like summary or gives you an action step. So here you go. This is your message, Doran. We are glad that you see with such clarity. Why then do you not trust the message? Each time you receive a message, you know the meaning, you simply lack trust in the message. You doubt, there's that word, do others understand, believe this? You doubt your ability not only to interpret the message, but more importantly, you doubt your ability to act on the message. Therefore, it is easier for you to act confused, yet you continue to seek the message. Okay, the son's tired of this. And the son steps in and said, step into your purpose fearlessly. Step into your purpose fearlessly. I'm going to read this one more time. This is going to relate to a lot of people who are doubting themselves and their ability to receive messages from Spirit, to read the signs. It's not easy in the beginning because we're told we can't do this. Once you start doing it more and more, you start to unlock it. But I tell you what, when I do this work too, we talked about Rodney's progression with the board. When I work with the guides directly without the board, it's really a matter of me trusting that they're coming through and not saying, oh, it's my imagination. So here we are. Let's read this again because this will help everybody. We are glad that you see with such clarity. That's a positive statement. Why then do you not trust the messages? Each time you receive a message, you know the meaning. You simply lack trust in the message. You doubt your ability not only to interpret the message, but more importantly, you doubt your ability to act on the message. Therefore, it is easier for you to act confused, yet you continue to seek the message. You see, you wouldn't keep looking for it and find it. And here's the big key here. You wouldn't keep finding it if the message wasn't there. So you're seeing it. Trust in yourself, Doron. They're saying that the son stepped in and just said, step into your purpose fearlessly. Come on, do it.
They've talked to us many times about, we see a lot of messages and we miss most of them.
Yeah.
And yet, I can think of one really quick example. I hope you don't mind if I share this.
I might.
We were literally driving one day and we were having a conversation about a certain subject, and she said, well, if this is something I really should do, then I will get a sign from the guides. No sooner does this...
Well, but I gotta tell you this. When I look for signs, you guys, I'm open. I don't know how it's going to come. It could be a song. It could be something he says. It could be something blowing on the road. In this case, could have been a billboard. It could have been a license plate. I don't know.
This guy in traffic cuts us off. Literally has no business getting in front of us.
Well, that's LA traffic.
That's LA traffic. But when he gets in front of us, his license plate says Angel on it.
Angel 1.
Angel 1.
Mm-hmm. One Angel 1.
One Angel 1, that was it.
I remember it specifically because it was really, I was working a lot with the angels at that time, and a lot of angels like Angela. I mean, there was like a succession of stuff that happened. But without going really deeply into it, because this session is about you, we just need to really be open. Now, Doron is very open. He sees messages everywhere, but then he doubts that they're a message, and then doubts he's able to understand them. So here we go. They're telling me right now to tell you to relax and chill. And just allow whatever thoughts come to mind that come up for you, just allow that to be the message itself. It will be good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it will be good enough. And the more you learn to listen, feel, hear, receive, allow, relax, chill, it's easier for you to receive Spirit and understand the messages. So, there you have it.
Is that it?
Yeah. Okay, next. I get a pick.
Your turn.
Okay. I love this, you guys. It's like Christmas. Little gifts in these. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is for Shane. Another Shane.
Different Shane?
So you have to know who you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what question you asked.
Yeah. That shouldn't be too hard, right? Okay. In human history, we see constant mention of beings that are called many things, from extraterrestrials, from other planets, to deities in some form or another across all cultures. Are you able to provide any information on if these beings did in fact exist in our world, or still do, as the stories suggest, and who they really are or were? Or are the stories actually closer to the truth of people who are just communicating with guides such as yourselves via tools like the Ouija Board, like we see today? Interesting twist.
Interesting.
Okay, let's see what happens for you, Shane. And here we go. S-O-F-A B-O-O K-S-E-A S-E-A. Oh, okay. All right. Here you go, Shane. Do you believe in unicorns? Gargoyles? Does the tooth fairy really exist?
Yes to all. There are no myths or fantastical creatures like mermaids. These are all real angels, those who can travel great distances to visit your world, and those that can step into your ASE. Oh, step into your...
There's a word missing.
Your something as easily. What's that word that's missing right here? To your... Go ahead. W-O-R-L-D. World, okay.
I think we wrote it once, so we didn't think we had to write it again.
Probably because, we miss it because they're going so fast. Yeah. That can step into your world as easily as turning the pages of a book. See? Oh my God, that's S.E.A, S.E.A. See? Suspend expectations always. Suspend expectations always. They give it to you twice. So here we go. We read it again. Try not to chop it up. Do you believe in unicorns, gargoyles? Does the tooth fairy really exist? Yes to all. There are no myths or fantastical creatures like mermaids. These are all real angels. They're all real angels. Those who can travel great distances to visit your world, and those that can step into your world as easily as turning the pages of a book. See? Oh, I love that. That's
love
fun.
that the C is it's
magical.
Yeah, but I think they're using it as the acronym, but I also think they're using it as the C.
Yeah, they are. It's like
You see
S.E.A, but they spelled S.E.A, and they're doing that because it's like the sea holds many creatures like mermaids, they mentioned, and creatures we don't even know exist. Doesn't mean they're not real. We just may not have found them yet. Well, I have to say, we've done this. We've asked them about this before. In fact, we talked to all kinds of creatures. I think I've shared on my other show, speaking with Bigfoot before, Sasquatch. He likes to be called Sasquatch. So anyway, and I talk to angels all the time, so this is not crazy stuff to me. I do believe they all exist in some time and space continuum, in some other realm, in some other dimension, and somehow they slip through. And people see these things and go, should I believe my eyes?
I think they're saying there's ETs, extraterrestrials, that can travel a great distance to come visit our world.
And so can these beings. They can step in and out of dimensions.
In and out of as easily as turning the pages of a book.
And they appear in our fairy tales.
Yeah, I think that's the reference.
And so the question was really, are these things real? Do they really exist? Were they? Are they? And they're saying they all are real. So that's food for thought. Think about that one.
But at some point, you really have to suspend
expectations. Always.
Yeah, you really have to.
And they gave Shane
to take a bite of that apple.
They gave Shane a double dose of CC. So practice your lessons. That was great. Okay, so now it is
my turn.
Your turn. Okay, yay! Christmas.
How many?
Well, just only one at a time.
No, I mean.
Oh, we're gonna have to just probably do a few more because I think we've been doing this already for a couple hours. That's okay. We won't get through them all. I know you guys know that. Okay.
Oh,
lucky.
I got a short one. Yay.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes the short ones are the most profound.
Yes, they're all profound. By the way, you guys, I love these.
Pammy.
Okay.
You know who you are, Pammy Rogers. You know who you are.
She knows who she is.
What country or region and time period was my last reincarnation before this one?
Ooh, we've done some fun past life stuff before, so this will be fun. Okay, so Pammy, is it Pammy Rogers? Is that right?
Pammy, R-O-G-E-R-S.
Great, Rogers. Let's do it. Let's throw us back in this thing over here. Okay, let's go. Well, W-H-I-C-H-Y-O-U-D-E-S-I-R-E. Okay. So, Pammy, this is for you. We asked first, why do you even believe you have past lives? And so believing how many and what do you now believe about your most recent incarnation? We do not deal in past life regression. This does not exist for us. All of your lives are happening now. With difference to time or place or sex or gender, we need more feedback from you to pinpoint that of which you desire. You know, it's interesting. When we've done this before, the person had been there so they could ask dialogue with them and read their vibration.
Right.
Because they always read deeply into your vibration. Did you get anything else from this?
No, only that everything all her lives are still happening simultaneously.
Yes, because this is weird.
And so if they can read the vibration of every one of them.
Yeah, it's all confusing.
So her most, that has nothing to do with time. So it doesn't mean her last one was 1856 to 1908.
Right.
She could have lived those years.
Right.
But her last one could have been, BC.
Well, see, to us, no, I get it. To us, we have a timeline, and we see things as past, present, and future. But to them, on another dimension, a very high octave of dimensions, it's all existing now. And truly, that's how it's happening. We just somehow have been able to slow it down, this third dimensional reality, to see it as separate from each other. Again, we compartmentalize things instead of seeing it as a holistic thing. And so what they're saying is, we can't pinpoint your last life because it's all right now.
So if they had more information, and maybe she could write you and give you more information, we could later give her a reading, because they will tell her.
Yeah, they will.
Like the guy who used to be, that was supposed to be,
Yeah, we don't need to go on people's...
No,
So this is the deal, Pammy. Because of where they are with this, I'm going to have you write to me in an email, or through my website. Either way's fine. And go ahead and this is the best thing to do. Somehow, I want you to sit there before you write this email to me and really tap into energies you're feeling. And maybe it's something. Okay, here you go. An affinity towards something that you love. It could be a region. It could be a place. It could be a time. Somehow, really bring those energies to the forefront for you. And when you write that email to me, say a little bit about that, but write that email with the energies of what you're feeling, okay? And then they're going to tap into that time, that place, that region, which is happening right now, but put it in a perspective for us humans to understand this time-space continuum. So I offer that to you, and then we will get back together.
We'll do it offline.
We'll do it offline. And so it may take a couple weeks, but it's still worth doing. Let's try it. We've done this before, and it does work, but they have to tap into something. And you know what? And I wasn't thinking of that. I didn't tell you guys that. I was just, whatever question you want to ask, you can ask.
No, it's a good question, but if there's 8, 10, 15...
we've had thousands and thousands of lives, and we're having them all concurrently.
Yeah, it's amazing.
They're happening right now. This is some stuff that's okay. This information we're getting into is advanced esoteric knowledge. Talk about the universal laws of the human species. This is one of them. Okay, so I think what we'll do is do 2 more, and it's my turn now to pick.
It's your turn,
right?
Yes. Then I'll go last, because you went first.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Oh. Okay. It's a short one. This is from Brenda's World. Hi, Brenda. I know Brenda. Hi. Okay. Brenda's World. I'm going to write this down. And Brenda's asked, I want to know if I will reach my weight loss goal by the end of the year. That's wonderful. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what the guides have to tell you. But let me just tell you this. You're doing a fabulous job, honey. Keep up the great work. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. S-T-A-Y-N-C-H-A-R-G-E. Okay. Here we go. Brenda's World.
Could have said yes or no.
These guys don't say yes and no because we've really worked at having a wonderful discourse. We like to have...
Clarity.
Yeah, clarity of conversation. Okay. Here you go, Brenda's World. This is your world. Oh, I love they said, because she said her name's Brenda's World. This is your world, and as long as you believe this to be true, you will always reach your goals. However, surrender your world to prophets and gurus, and that goal will slip away. You are in control of your world. Stay in charge. Ooh, that's powerful.
That is.
I love it. I hope you do too. You guys, this is great. This brings up anything we're trying to manifest, accomplish within our life. Many of us struggle with weight or with other kinds of things we want to change or prosperity. And I think the key is here. It's what you believe, and you stay true to your personal world. I love that. Brenda's world. To be true to your world. And then in that case, you are the one in charge. Yeah, once you start pulling in all these extra people and asking people you think who have the answers, and the guides, they'll never come in and go and take over. They'll never come in and tell me or you what to do. All they're going to do...
They won't tell you eat vegetables and quit eating meat. They'll
be a vegan. No, they'll just say, they're going to say just what they said here. You are in control of your world. Stay in charge. I mean, it was really fine-tuned to her title of who she is on YouTube. That's funny.
And yet, though it's unique, it's universal.
It's unique for you, but yet it can be applied universal, which they said in the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought it up.
Look at how this golden thread weaves itself through these messages as always, that it always does for us here. Fun. Okay.
Well, I hope that you're the last one.
Here we go.
Cross your fingers.
Let's hope you guys, that you get your question asked. And don't worry, you guys. Again, look at this as universal. I know you guys are wonderful people, and we'll do other of these in the future. And then we're going to have live sessions where they get to interact.
Yeah, to do all these questions, we'd be here till tomorrow morning.
And of course, you see me speeding up these sessions where our hands are on the planchette. If not, you'd be sitting for 3 hours, and that's the last thing I want you to do.
Yeah.
But when it's live, we're going to be doing that if you want to participate. Okay, so you pick the last?
I'll pick the last one.
Here we go. It's a good one. Fingers crossed. It's yours.
It's this one.
Okay. Can't wait.
Oh, another shorty.
Oh.
Long as a blue.
What's the name?
Blue Witch.
I love it.
You don't want to say that wrong.
I love it. Blue Witch. Okay.
I would like to know about my firstborn son. Past life.
Ooh. Well, we'll try. That could be another thing that came out for Pammy with not the energy being here. But let's see. Let's see what they have to say. Okay. Blue Witch, this is for you. I love witches. Okay. S-T-R-A-D-I-T-I-O-N-S-T S-T-O-O-T-H-E-R-S. Ooh, okay. Well, so this one worked. We got some past life stuff. I'm not sure how, but we did. We'll find out, I guess. As we spoke at another time, this is a task best handled with a more interactive discourse. However, we will be giving you some insight into a moment of time with one of your sons, of one of your lifetimes. Oh, so we don't know if it's this life or not. It's one of your sons of one of your lifetimes. Okay, that's interesting, because now that's why they can't. So there's some vibration you're coming here with, Blue Witch, that allows us to somehow get this. And so it may not be the sun in this life, so we don't know that. But let's just go with this and see what this feels for you. And I will read it again. One of the sons of one of your lifetimes. You are a man and a preacher of the modern gospel, less than 100 years after the time of Christ. Was extremely respectful. You're something. I think there's a word missing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, I'll put a circle there. Let's see. Is there a word missing right after your? If so, what is that? S-O-N-O. Son. Son goes in that circle. Okay. Your son was extremely respectful of your beliefs, but had a wandering spirit and left home at a young age, and learned many customs and languages, but most importantly, he learned the care of animals and was very much a vet, like a vet. In his later life, taught his techniques to others, to carry on his traditions to others. Here we go. Let me read it one more time. As we spoke at another time, this is a task best handled with a more interactive discourse. However, we will give you some insight into a moment of time with one of your sons of one of your lifetimes. We don't know which one. Okay, remember, they're all happening now. You are a man and a preacher of the modern gospel.
So, Blue Witch is a man and a preacher of the modern gospel.
She's a man and a preacher. You are a man and a preacher of the modern gospels. Less than 100 years after the time of Christ, your son was extremely respectful of your beliefs, but had a wandering spirit and left home at a young age. And he learned many customs and languages, but most importantly, he learned the care of animals and was animal husbandry, and was very much a vet in his later life. Taught his techniques to others to carry on his traditions to others.
Is the period after vet?
Probably. In his later life, taught his techniques to others to carry on his traditions to others. So I was just saying, he taught what he learned. They sometimes say things in interesting ways.
Yeah.
But he learned things, and so back then it would have been very common for people to leave home at a younger age.
And wander,
yeah. And especially, you can imagine having a father who was a preacher, and you already learning so much about a culture, a custom, that he probably wanted to find his own way, possibly. Or, as he said, he was extremely respectful of your beliefs, and then maybe took those along with him because he taught his traditions to others, including his techniques of animals. That's cool.
I wonder if
that's very cool.
I wonder if this points to her lifetime now. Because she obviously has a set of beliefs. If her name is to be believed, I don't either. There definitely could be some similarities. So there can be some overlap.
You will know, but at least you're able to get something from that, because, like they were saying, they'd rather much have a discourse and like the energy to know what life you're tapping into. But because she was able to pinpoint through a person, or the fact she had a son, I guess that was their avenue to go into the vibration and read something. They didn't say it was this son, but they
didn't say it was this life.
That's right.
They clearly said it was another life.
It was another life, but they didn't say which
one for you.
And they didn't know which son. So this may be parallel, it may not, but it's definitely fun to hear about this stuff, and very, very interesting. I'd be curious to hear how somebody that's so devout in those principles of the early gospel, which would be the New Testament, how that sits for you now. Very interesting.
Well, is it not true, or isn't it? We've heard or talked about, and when we talk about these things, not necessarily in reality, but in hypothetically, that the preacher that preached the gospel could now be her son now, and she could be
a reversal of the roles. Sure. Oh, sure. He could be you. That's interesting. Okay. Because Wiccan is religion, so there's an interesting tie-in there too. Yeah, you know what? You just got to sit with that a little longer and see what that feels for you. But that was cool. I really enjoy exploring people's.
That's wild.
It's fun.
I love these stories.
We do. We love these stories. So you guys, I want to say thank you so much. What do you want to say to the audience here?
No, I'm as usual overwhelmed. Never underwhelmed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely emotional, overwhelming. We cried, we laughed.
I think there was a theme.
We cheered.
I think there was a theme in the acronym S.E.A. And I also
which stands for, we got to remember our acronym.
It was suspend expectations always.
Yeah, good acronym. Yes, we got an acronym, and listen to this a few times, especially listen to the message that was pertinent to you, but listen to everybody else's messages. I will probably listen to this myself several times, as I always do, because you'll hear different meaning, and you'll hear it differently, and each time you might hear a new message, like you were saying with the videos yourself. Well, I want to thank you again for being here with us today and doing this for everybody. Appreciate it. Oh. You're right.
I'm going to end like I started.
Well, you came in with this hat. I'm like, what are you doing with that hat? Okay. So thank you again, Rodney.
No, you're welcome.
Thank you, everybody, for being a part of this and really reaching out to us. And again, we really went through the gamut of feelings, expressions, emotions, and interesting information. Great questions, as always. I got to tell you, it's never a time that I'm not amazed and also very honored to be a part of this collective and bring forth the messages. So thank you again very much.
So there you guys have it. Those were your messages from the guides based on the questions you asked. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, if your question didn't get picked out of the bag, out of the hat that he has on his head, it's okay. Just re-listen to the stuff, hear your own message from each of the messages that came forth, and there'll be other opportunities for working with us with the guides in the future.
We hope to hear from, what's her name?
Pammy.
Pammy.
We're going to hear from Pammy, and
so we can get her answer offline.
Yep.
And we'll commit to that.
Yep.
But you never know what's going to happen when we do this, and this is what happened this time. It is what it is, huh?
Well, we've never had this happen where we lost our video before, so this is the first. Anyway, that's what happened, and that's what the show was. And I hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed doing it for you, bringing forth the messages. I want to thank again Rodney for being here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, as usual. Always.
I want to thank all of you all for tuning in. And again, we really covered the gamut of emotions, of feelings, of thoughts, of ideas, of questions in a very unique, personal, yet universal way. This is Creative Visions TV, and I'm your host, Karen Dahlman. And I'll see you really soon. Bye-bye.